my go-to advice for someone doing their first fix and flip would definitely be come straight to us. We're gonna walk you through the whole process. We're gonna take you from A to Z. So whenever you go out there and you start comping or you start getting a general contractor involved and they're giving you different prices, we're gonna be able to say, hey, that sounds like it might be a little too much. I think you might should try to get a different bid on that project.
Probably the most important thing, if it is, a fix and flip or a renovation project, is definitely, you don't have a great idea of like what things are gonna cost in terms of the renovation. So definitely getting with like a good contractor, I think, at least on your first few, is definitely something that you should do as a first-time investor. Now, once you've done a couple, if you wanna just kind of run the show on your own, by all means. But starting out, definitely get with somebody who knows what they're doing and kind of knows what things cost, and maybe even somebody who could, let's say, manage the project too initially.
One of the most common things that I hear from first-time borrowers is going to be, obviously, what is our eligibility requirements? What's the max budget I can do? What's the max loan amount? What's the minimum loan amount? All those questions are very important because it kind of gives them parameters to work within. What's the sandbox? How big is it? And how deep does it go? I would say one of the most important things for new borrowers to understand, of course, is do your research on the properties that you're looking to do. What knowledge do you have in the industry you're trying to get into? If this is the first time you've ever touched a project, my recommendation is to obviously hire a general contractor, have them do a walkthrough of the house, inspect it, and make sure, hey, this is how much it's going to cost me, to renovate this property. Now, can I qualify for that in any shop?
I would say one mistake that, I've seen investors make is just sometimes maybe overvaluing, their project. Of course, because it's your project, you want it to do well, but, you want to work with real numbers, of course. And there's some people that do definitely fall into that pit.
The loan process requires so many different hands to touch that file. And so to make sure we can successfully close your loan and we know everything up front, we need to be transparent with one another, successfully get you across the finish line. So,
and I'd say another one too, maybe even on like the front end, like some people just like they see something, and I think creativity is great. Be creative, try to make things happen and make it happen, right? But, just refusing, like sometimes you gotta know when to walk away from something on the purchase side. You don't wanna like give your arm and a leg just to get into a project that's not ultimately going to be worth it. One
of the first things is to make sure that your finances are in check. That's the biggest thing, because at the end of the day, you're borrowing money, right? And you're borrowing money with an interest rate. I would tell our clients, be realistic about what do you have right now and how does that match up with what you want to be getting at. So it's just really about making sure your ducks in a row with credit and financing and time. Like, be realistic about the time and the expectations of these projects. Make sure you're not overextending yourself in a project. Just understand your limits. Play within your skill level, if you will.